That is crazy. So, I travel around a lot. Like I was down in Alabama. That's where my parents are from. I was down there working. I don't know if y'all ever been to Alabama, man, but it's a great state. Very nice people, very hardworking people, very trustworthy people. I was working at this club, and they didn't have a real big budget, right? So they put us up in like a little mom and pop motel, which had to be one of the oldest motels in the state of Alabama because all the furniture in my room was real wood. Everything was wood, including the bathtub. Yep, I got splinters in my butt right now to prove it. Not only was my room old, but it was dirty as hell. My damn room was so dirty the roaches wore footies. That ain't nothing. My room key came attached to a pair of pliers. I actually got the desk. I go, hey, what are these pliers for? He go, oh, that's so you can change the channel on your TV. Then they had the nerve to have on the desk a sign that read, we got a workout room in the basement. So I got up one morning, went downstairs to work out. They had me washing towels and folding sheets. Yeah, folding sheets. A couple of them sheets had some eyes in it. Hey, I would explain my jokes if I have to. I don't say no need to explain that. Yeah, and they was bragging, man. They say, hey, we got a continental breakfast. I go, everybody got a continental breakfast. They go, no, we got a real continental breakfast. So I got up real early one morning and went to get my continental breakfast. They had me sitting in the back of a Lincoln with 2 pieces of toast. Yeah, I'm like, this is some bullshit right here. I had the smallest room in the motel. My room was so small, I ordered a large pizza. I had to go out in the parking lot to eat it. It was ridiculous. They eat weird food down there too. Now, tell me if y'all ever heard of this before. They got a food product down there, they call it a delicacy. What it is pig feet in a jar with vinegar poured over. They call them pickled pig feet. Have y'all ever heard of that? Is there anybody in the audience that would eat that? Of course not. We're talking about a farm animal's foot, right? Out of all the shit on a pig you can eat, why would anybody choose to eat the foot? You got to really be in the feet. You got to have some kind of weird kinky foot fetish going on or something, right? Yeah, I can see some farmer looking through it, peeping at his wife in the bedroom going, hey, I don't eat no coochie, but I'll suck your toes like a pig foot. That's ridiculous, man. I'm not putting no damn farm animal's foot in my mouth. That's ridiculous. I take that back. There's only one foot I put in my mouth. I'll suck a camel toe, and that's it. I'll suck a camel toe, that's it. You will too? Cool. You gotta have pretty feet though, ladies. You gotta have pretty feet. Getting back to the feet. Yeah, you gotta have pretty feet. Cause I used to date this girl, man, she had really ashy feet. Now, some of y'all might not know what I'm talking about when I say ash. Like, I'm dark skinned. Like, when I took a shower at night, if I didn't put moisturizing lotion on, if I scratch my hand, it'll leave a white mark. That's called ash. Some of y'all get it too, but it just don't show up, okay? Yeah, so this girl, right. So
that's a lie. No matter how light you are, you can get ash.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you scratch yourself, it won't show up though. If you scratch yourself, you ain't gonna see no white mark. Yeah, let me see. I can't see it.
You can't see it, you can't see it.
I know, because I can't. That's right. I don't have my glasses on. But what I did see with this girl feet, man, her feet was ashy, man. She was a nice looking girl, and she come walking towards the bed all sexy, and I'm looking down at her feet, and they was all ashy, and it looked like she had been standing in a fireplace.
At least she wasn't saying that.
Yeah. Well, she looked like she had been kicking firewood, and I wasn't trying to get jiggly with nobody like that. She was pissed though, and I was like, I'm sorry, I can't use you. Maybe you could hang out with Smokey the Bear or something. And she said, well, that's too bad, because you just missed out on a good piece of ash.
That was good.
Thank you. Yeah, I cracked my own ass up on that one. What the hell is going on around here? Yeah, I cracked my own ass up on that one. So let me ask you this. Let's say you're walking down the street here in Akron or maybe across a parking lot and there's like a black guy walking behind you. Does that make y'all nervous at all? No? Well, it would make me nervous when y'all keep looking back. So if you ain't nervous, what the hell you be looking back for then? As well, if you're afraid, run. Right? If you're afraid, buy a bulldog. That's right. I'm serious. That make me nervous when y'all be looking back like that. So I look back. I think somebody's following me. I'm like, hey, let me walk with you. I think somebody's following us. Yeah, but y'all ain't got nothing to worry about here in beautiful Akron because the Akron Police Department takes serve and protect very seriously. Right? Because I got pulled over a couple days ago. I ran a stop sign, which I didn't technically, but I guess legally I did because we got a thing called a rolling stop. You know how you pull up to an intersection, you look both ways, you don't see traffic, you do what? You roll. Well, I tried that. It didn't work for me. Police pull up, he goes, sir, you know why I stop you? I go, no. I go, what, racial profiling? He said, no. Gotta get out of here. Y'all been a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. So I got the duties of bringing up the next performer, and this is my first time meeting this young lady, so I wrote her introduction down because I want to get it right, and I may not even be able to read it because I ain't got my glasses, but.
That's why you couldn't sit down.
I know. Oh, there's a lot of light up here, so I can see this. So, this lady lives her truth. She has a sassy, secret squirrel type way of bringing her into her world as though she has known you for years, and it's just the two of you in the room. How about a nice warm welcome for CeCe Bullock?
Is this the right mic? What's up in the 330? How you guys doing? This is my first show out of quarantine. My mom's 88, so I gotta protect her. So, and it's my first time at the pharmacy. How's everybody doing? Happy Galentine's Day. There any married people in the house? No married people, not one? No, nobody's married. Well, well, I was a married person once. I married my husband twice. And before you ask, no, we're not still married. He liked dark-skinned women with big asses. Do I look like Nicki Minaj? And I don't know why you would want to commit adultery with Nicki when you're married to Beyonce. Okay? I asked God for two things. One was to be a wife. Well, you see how that shit turned out. And two was to be a mom. And I happen to be a twin mom. One of my sons, Cameron, is right over there. And I have another son, his name is Chandler. And they are seniors in college, both graduating in May, cum laude. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really excited about that. My one son has autism. And for those of you that's never been around anybody with autism, I did a little research before I decided to volunteer with Autism Speaks. Well, we have a saying in my house, autism speaks and it never shuts up. My son talks constantly, okay? Does anybody watch the show The Good Doctor? Anybody? That's one of my favorites, okay? Well, that's my son. He's honest. He'll tell you like it T.I. is, and he'll cuss your ass out, okay? I wonder where he gets that shit from, okay? He will cuss you out. Well, as I told you, I wanted two things. One, to get married, the other, to have children. Well, since my kids are now seniors in college, but when they first went to college, I decided I would have So now I want to have an empty nester career. So I decided I would be an esthetician. Does anybody know what an esthetician does? Okay. We get paid a lot of money to make people look beautiful, right? Okay. So when I first started, I took a job. I live in Shaker Heights, Ohio, so I took a job at European Wax Center. So if you haven't been to that type of establishment, or maybe you have because it's, you know, you don't know what your client is getting before they have their service. So you go until you go to the desk. So my church members came, Cameron and Chandler's teachers came. So one of the teachers comes in, I'm walking her back to my treatment room. She's supposed to get a underarm wax and an eyebrow arch. I'm like, cool, that's cool. Well, if I don't have another client waiting, they can add a service. So, Pharmacy, what do you think she added? Oh, that would have been nice. She wanted a Brazilian. Okay? So she's laying on the table, she gets dressed from the waist down. For you guys that don't know what a Brazilian is, when you take all the hair off the JJ, okay? So she's laying on the table. And remember, I just got my license, so I'm new to this. And I looked down. It was the nappiest pubic hair I had ever seen. Okay? So I got my trainer, and I asked her how I should handle the situation. She told me what to do. So I went over to my waxing pot, and I stirred it up like a witch on Halloween. I slapped that wax on, wax off like the Karate Kid, flipped her over like a pancake, and needless to say, conferences at Shaker Heights High School have never been the same. That's just too close and personal for me. So as I stated, I have twins, and for those of you that don't know, twins are born in an operating room. Okay, so it's just, it's not just a little picnic. So I'm having my twins, having a natural childbirth. Can you please tell me what is natural about childbirth? The only thing that's natural about having your feet in stirrups is if you're horseback riding, okay? So I'm, laying there with my feet in stirrups. Doctors are walking past, looking at my JJ, and they're like, I don't think she wants to have the babies. She's not pushing hard enough. Immediately, my mom shoved some ice chips in my mouth, okay? Because I was gonna cuss his ass out. I like to see him try to deliver 2 4-pound babies, okay? So then, out back comes this German nurse named Helga to hold my leg. Now, do I look like I need somebody to hold my damn leg? Okay, I'm thinking she gonna bring me some Bavarian pretzels and some beer. Shit, I'm hungry as shit from all that damn pushing, okay? So she holds my leg, and out pops Chandler. They take him away, And I know that a lot of ladies in here, it is Valentine's Day. Tell me, by a round of applause, do we watch the Lifetime channel? Okay, that's my favorite channel. Well, the Lifetime channel lied, okay? You see those little movies where the mom has the babies and she's looking down and the husband's there and the parents are looking on? That's a damn lie. They took my son away. Next thing I heard was C-section, stat. Cameron's heart rate was dropping. So they flipped my fat ass from one gurney to the next, covered some anesthesia over my nose and mouth like a fucking CPAP machine, and it was lights out, okay? So I could hear, as you're counting down, they have you count like, really? I delivered one baby, now you want me to count? And I could hear him ask my ex-husband and my mom, do you want to stay? Please explain to me who the hell wants to stay when your wife's feet are in stirrups and they're cutting up your loved one with a scalpel. I mean, any of you want to stay and check that shit out? Hell to the no, right?
I need to stay.
You what?
I need to stay. I need to make sure they're good.
You need to stay? Okay.
I need to stay.
All right, it's cool. That's cool. Well, they didn't. They were like, peace out, and they went to the chapel, okay? They left my ass there. Well, I can't leave the stage without talking about dating. As I told you, it's Valentine's Day, and I'm divorced. So I figured, I'd try my hand at a little COVID dating. So I started dating this guy I met, very attractive guy. First date, he takes me to a 5-star restaurant. It's a winery called Cooper and Hawk. Very nice place. I'm sure you guys know if you live in the CLE. And immediately we had this attraction, okay? Now, I've been celibate for almost 4 years. No, don't be sorry, because I'm saving myself, just like I did for my divorce, okay? Okay, so then, we started dating at the end of November. So in December, I decided, his birthday was at the end of the month. I'd be nice. We'd been on a bunch of dates, still celibate, right? And so I take him to this 5-star restaurant, right? So, it's fine. When my dad always raised me, if someone takes you to the restaurant, never order the most expensive thing on the menu, right? So the server comes over and she's all nice, telling the specials, you know, the shit that's not on the menu and you don't know how much the fuck it costs, right? So she was like, Delmonico steak, $105. And so, you know, we go over the other menu items and she walks away. And then she comes back and asks, are you ready to order? Well, what the hell do you think he ordered? $105 damn dollars. Now, come on. I've only been dating you for 2 weeks. You know, I told you I was celibate. You don't order. Ladies, if you took a man out for his birthday, what would you do if he ordered a $105 steak? And yes, I took him out for his birthday. I knew I was taking him out, but did I think it was going to be a $105 date? No, thank you. Thank you. Okay? What I should have done if I had my mom's personality is just got the out of there. Okay? That would have been it. Out of story. Okay? So, you know, I went ahead and paid the check because I didn't want to embarrass myself. And that was it. Okay? Needless to say, just like my marriage, we're no longer dating. It's the end. So, inspire others. It's not just Black History Month because I'm Black 364, 5 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Okay? I forgot one day I'm white. I forgot to tell you guys, really. Just that one day, you know, I try to walk around like a white person. That's right. I try to pass. I don't need a month, but I need 364 days because I like to walk around and pretend like I'm white that one day of the year. Okay? Well, I could try that. Well, I am CC Bullock, and according to Chris, there's my time. Okay? Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for CC Bullock. Love when CC's in the room because, well, it feels like Mom's here. I'm afraid I'm going to be stuck in a corner. Oh, no. Hey, please take a minute and welcome to our stage our next guest presenter, Mr. Epic from the Epic Radio Show. Making his way to the stage. There you go. He's bringing his beer. This is hard work. He's going to take a pit stop, and there he is.
Just play that music for like a half hour more. Anyways, hello everyone. I'm Epic with the Epic Radio Show. We are live every Sunday at 10:30 a.m. We talk about everything and nothing at the same time. We have a few different segments. This is like, what the hell? It's like really tall. I'm only like 5'7". Okay. Anyways, so we have a couple different segments, like crazy news. We picked the 3 weirdest stories of the week, like people marrying trees, like stuff like that. We tell you about it. We do sports. My brother does a sports segment. I hate my brother. So I make him like, I make it like the gayest thing possible. So we made his masculine sports segment called Playing with Balls. He loves me. So anyways, I'm going to introduce this next comic. She's a Cleveland native. She's also an actress and political correspondent for Kent Wired. And she has more failed relationships than Fast and Furious movies. Please welcome to the stage, Alexa Irizarry. I gotta take my mic condom off.
So I was smashing this bitch last night. So hot. For real.
Just kidding. So my name's Alexa. I am a transsexual. I'd probably say the hardest thing about being trans is dating. Because when you're trans, you never know who you're supposed to date. Are you supposed to date gay guys? Are you supposed to date straight guys? Are you supposed to date bi guys? I typically date mechanics. They're used to being covered in tranny fluid. That is like the perfect guy for me. Being trans, you spend so much time thinking about, what makes someone masculine, what makes someone feminine. The one thing I hate the most about myself is my nose. The reason I hate it is it's so big. It's bigger than my penis. Me and my mom have a really interesting relationship. I remember when I first came out as trans, I thought I was about to have this like Molly Ringwald moment with her. Like it was gonna be my own personal Lifetime movie. I was about to like come up to her and I was like, Mom, I've always felt like a woman inside. And then she just turns to me and she's like, you're my least favorite kid.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Right? But I told her, I fired back, I was like, Mom, I'm your only kid. And then she just fired back, I know, I'm counting the 2 miscarriages. The one annoying question people always ask when you're trans, they'll just look at you dead in the eye and they'll just be like, so, did you get rid of it?
Something keep in the jar by your bed.
No, I normally assume they mean my self-esteem, and yes, I did get rid of it. That's how I paid for the boob job. I used to do it. Well, here's the thing. I used to do adult film. Yep, I did Jasmine Steele. Right? I used to do adult film. It's the politically correct way of saying I'm no longer welcome at family functions. The thing is, I did a shoot in Vegas. Don't worry, it wasn't at a country music concert. But the thing is, a lot of times for audition photos, they'll ask you to send some really weird angles. And they're angles that you need like a whole Steven Spielberg film crew to accomplish. Like they asked for me for a picture of me in doggy style. Do you know how hard that is to do? You have to bend over, you have to be doing the splits. You need someone behind you, you need a lighting crew, you need a gaffer, you need a guy with a boomstick to make sure you got the sound right, just in case you're pulsating a little bit, you want to get that on film. And I told them, I was like, listen, I went to college. I put myself through college working a marketing job. I speak 3 languages. And they had the audacity, the gumption, the chutzpah to ask for a picture of me in doggy. I don't need that. And then they told me, they were just like, well, we figured you would want a compliment and for people to think you're pretty. Right after everything I've done in my life, I need that type of validation. Well, I do. So I invited my neighbor over. I had him holding the light stick. It was a very great shoot. It was. I hate dating. I'm recently single. Yeah, I'm single and ready to mingle with my therapist. And the thing is, he dumped me because I was texting someone else, which is completely understandable. But that's almost like premeditated cheating, if you think about it. But the fact that he dumped me for it, it's almost like if you go out to buy drugs and then get arrested before you get a chance to do them. Not fair, right? At least let me do the fun thing.
Right. Catch me later.
Right? And the thing is, he said to me, he stormed in the room at 5 a.m. 5 a.m. He storms in the room and he's like, why don't you go live in a cabin in the woods with that guy you've been texting? First off, why does he think the type of guys who talk to me would take me to a cabin in the woods? The guys who talk to me would take me to a McDonald's restroom for a quickie. Then only let me order off the dollar menu afterwards. I never get the type of guys I like. I want a strong military guy. Someone who's done a couple tours in Iraq, Afghanistan. He dies over there after we get married, and then I can keep the house, I can keep the health insurance, I'll keep the dog. Then I can remarry and just keep trading up until eventually I own a mansion. That's my life dreams. I want to be the transsexual Melania Trump. Right? Honestly, I think Melania Trump's trans. Only trans women have their skin pulled on their face that far back. It's ridiculous. And the thing is, I never get with the type of guys I like. Like, I want the type of guy who has a purple heart. The closest I get are guys with purple hearts tattooed on their face. I just think my picker's broken. It is, like, if I had to pick a guy out of a police lineup, my answer would be, I want to suck all of them. I think dating's a lot like a job interview, if you think about it. You know, you spend all this time, you get dressed up, you get all dolled up, you go in there, spend 30 minutes in some guy's room only to get kicked out after he finishes. And I never finished college, but I apply for marketing jobs because I have a lot of marketing experience. And the thing is, I always feel like the ugliest stripper at the club when I go to these interviews. You know, I'm not the type that's getting tens thrown at them. Believe me, every job interview, they're throwing quarters. And sometimes if I want an extra nickel, I have to do something extra. I went to this job interview. I'll give you some advice. If you ever apply for a job that says marketing, no experience necessary, it's door-to-door sales. 100% of the time. And door-to-door sales is like the Michelle Williams of marketing jobs. No one really likes it. No one really cares about it. So I go to this job interview, and I'm like really trying to impress them. I wear heels knowing damn well I can't walk in heels, just because I want to show them I can take risks. So I go to this job interview, and they always ask the same stupid questions. Every job interview I go to, they're just like, so, what's your biggest weakness? I hate that question, such a stupid question. But whenever they ask, I feel like a kid in a candy store. I'm just like, do I just have to pick one? There's a copious amount of options. So I told them I'm too giving. And they said that's not a weakness. I said, ask my ex-boyfriend. He now has herpes. So it goes without saying I got the job. Hired on the spot. I once had to go to Pennsylvania for a door-to-door sales job. Going to Pennsylvania for a job opportunity is a lot like going to a crack house for financial advice. You leave that place with way less money than you started. So I go there, I'm in Pennsylvania, and I have to stay in a hotel for 2 months for this job. 2 months. So I'm living in a hotel and I feel really guilty. Because if you're living in a hotel and you're not selling ass or selling crack, you feel like you're not getting the true experience. And I go there, I'm knocking on people's doors, and I realize door-to-door sales, they will hire the most degenerate people on the planet. Give you an example. What do you call a door-to-door salesperson with 2 broken legs and cancer? The best one on the team. Who is gonna say no to little Tiny Tim rolling up to the door saying, if I don't sell these windows, I'm not gonna get my operation? Absolutely no one. So I'll leave you on this. I'm 3 years sober from crystal meth, crack, and heroin. Yeah, it's not easy. But the thing is, I give back to the community. I do drug prevention programs in the Cleveland Public School System. I had one this morning. I know, but the thing is, I hate children. Because children, who in here has children? They will say what they're thinking. There is no filter. You walk in without makeup, they're like, why does that lady got a mustache? Like, a child is a heckler. I remember one time, it's through the performing arts, you know, because everyone knows how to keep guys sober in high school, have a tranny doing live theater about not doing drugs. Most popular thing. So I'm doing this play, I'm pretending to be pregnant, and I'm gonna stay sober for me. I'm gonna stay sober for my baby. I hear in the back of the room this kid yells, "But boys can't have babies!" I have never wanted to punch a middle schooler so much in my life. Long story short, I am now banned from Shaker Heights Middle School. But I really think they underutilize my skills. Because could you imagine me coming out on a completely dark stage, and I'm just like,
So I used to have a really hot girlfriend, like 10. Used to play football, full ride scholarship to Ohio State.
I smoked weed once! I went from being a tight end to a wide open receiver. Thank you guys.
Alexa Irizarry, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for Alexa Irizarry. That's awesome. I love when Alexa's in the house because I feel like, man, even I've got a chance, maybe, you know? No, I don't have a chance. Not at all. Hey, coming next to the stage, we've got another Akron original for you. This lady comes on like a storm, is going to have you wet with laughter. Please put your hands together and welcome the very funny Tsunami. Come on.
What up, Barmacy? How y'all doing tonight? Let me introduce myself. I am Tsunami with a little T, because I always spelled it with an S before I got my GED. I'm educated now, though. I'm actually a nursing assistant, STNA. Hey. Anybody here in the medical field? No? That's cool. I'm the only one that wipe booty holes for a living. Hey! Front to back. Yeah, I was in one of my residents' rooms the other day, and she says, hey, you're Irish, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, actually I am. How'd you guess? My red hair? She was like, no, you just look like a bitch. It's like, okay, touche, shit. Yeah. I'll let you guys know, don't let my Caucasian complexion fool you. I'm from the hood. Not gangster, just poor. Yeah. My family's what you consider trailer hood trash. We didn't live in a trailer. We lived in the hood. But we used a trailer to go around and collect other people's trash. You know when you throw out like a couch or a cabinet and somebody come collect it before waste management? That was me. We were the little Caucasian kids in the hood carrying couches up the hill with no shoes on and shit. We did a lot of crazy shit growing up. We didn't have a lot of money, so we had to invent our own games. We played games like curveball and ghetto golf. We used milk crates as basketball hoops. But one of my family's favorite games growing up was Rambo Roach. Y'all hip? No? It's pretty self-explanatory. It's like Rambo, but with roaches. Yeah. Hey, we didn't even need an exterminator. You ever seen an albino roach? No? Yeah, me neither before we invented that game. We killed so many roaches, they started to change their skin complexion just to fit into our household. I'm gonna digress. She looks petrified. I like saying fancy words like digress and touche. Make me sound smart. When I got my GED, vocabulary was like one of our biggest vocabulary words. So, yeah. A couple of you said you guys have kids, right? Who said they have kids? Yeah. You guys doing the online schooling shit right now? Fuck that. Okay? Oh my God. So my girl calls me the other day and she's like, I can't take it anymore. My kids won't do their homework. They won't do their chores. They won't do anything I tell them. I don't know what to do. I can't take it. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. Could have swallowed. Yeah, we're not friends anymore. I do have a daughter. She's biracial, which typically isn't funny, but for this joke it is. And I took her to see the movie Black Panther, you know? But now every time she gets mad at me, she threatens to leave and go to Wakanda. And I got mad at her one day. I'm like, you know what, Maya? Wakanda's not even a real place. And she looked at me and she was like, actually, Mom, it is. You're just white and can't get in. Like, damn. Little girl, please. I done have more black in me than you'll ever know. Trump supporters over there. Yeah, you can always tell. Oh man, crazy times, crazy times. I'm a big bitch. I quit smoking tobacco, and I gained 30 pounds. So I started smoking again. I was like, fuck that. And I'm like, I really gotta, get it together, flaunt my fupa and shit, but it's getting out of control. So I'm gonna get back into shape. And anybody ever did like a detox in here? Yeah. So about 2 to 5 seconds seeing the dookie demon just uppercut the fuck out of you. You gotta cancel all your plans for like the next 3 days. Yeah, that was fun. I tried to I was like, okay, I'm older, I'm getting older, but I still try to stay at time with the trends. And I was like, I'm gonna do the busted challenge. You guys know what that is? No, okay. It's where you look normal, and then it's a TikTok, and then you drop down and you like bust it, right? No, the only thing I busted was my ass. Like, I fell over faster than an obese baby. I was just on the floor like, ah! Mama! Shit. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Because, like, these are 30-year-old knees. I got to lay a pillow down to please. Yeah, it's fucked up. I like big boys. Any big boys in here? Hey. I like big boys because they always smell good. Like food. You making out like, ooh, baby, you leave me a little max shit. Like that. I dated this big boy and he treated me amazing. I was like, you know what, baby? I really like you. I'm going to surrender the tsunami. So he brings a scuba gear. I'm like, all right, hey. And it was going really good. And I'm like, okay, I'm big on reciprocity. And I peeped the Magnum that he has on the table. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, it's been a minute. So I started doing my throat exercises. I was like, okay, I'm ready. And he pulls down his pants. And I was like, oh, hell no. I don't do pedophilia. This was a baby dick. Like, first of all, how are your pubes longer than your pee-pee? And second of all, what was you planning on doing with that Magnum, man? I feel like I got cockfished. I just invented that. You like that, cockfished? That's what happens when you bring a Magnum. Fuck that, man. You don't belong here. What you doing? Buffooning us. Shit. My dad died recently, and he got cremated, And everybody in my family is getting the necklaces with the ashes in it. Y'all know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna lie, I want one too. But there's just a part in the back of my head that keeps questioning. Like, am I gonna get a toe or a testicle? I just don't want my daddy's testes on my chesties. You know what I'm saying? So I did try online dating. Anybody else in here ever tried online dating? No? Okay, cool. So you guys know it's some bullshit. I tried POF. It's one of the most famous free ones. And this guy hits me up, and he's like, listen, I know your profile says you're not DTF, which means, but I will give you $5,000 for some head. And me, being the entrepreneur I am, I was like, well, shit. How many dicks do you got? I'm trying to buy a house. So he messages me back. He's like, no, seriously, you're a beautiful, thick woman. I will give you $5,000. I just want some head. And I was like, first of all, I'm not a prostitute. Second of all, I don't know what led you to my profile to make you believe I would give you head for $5,000. I just hope you don't have herpes or hemorrhoids, because I'm about to suck the soul out your holes, okay? So when I buy my house, mind your business. Good night, guys. I'm on Tsunami with a little T. Thank y'all. Have a good night, guys.
All right, give it up for Tsunami, ladies and gentlemen. Tsunami. She lives in a neighborhood that's so rough they actually broke in and stole a chromosome from her. Now please welcome to the stage bartender extraordinaire from here at Pharmacy, Ari.
Hello, I am not going to make you laugh, but I will give you a good drink, and I appreciate everybody taking care of me tonight. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate it. But actually, I am honored to introduce the next one, Alima Abshire. When she's not busting jokes and making people bust their guts, she's taking long walks, and I'm sorry, I got to say it, she pickles. Maybe she'll explain that. Welcome, honey. Come on up. Have fun. Thank you again.
I think I lost my mic condom. I'd actually like to change my name. I'd like to change my name to Door. It's very simple. Just Door Upshire. I'd save like 10 years of my life if I didn't have to explain Halima over and over again. Just call me Chair. So much easier. I enjoy playing Fortnite because there's something so beautiful about killing people in cartoon Switzerland. What is that? What's that noise? That sounds... I forgot them. I'm 21. I'm not gonna die of COVID, so who cares? I actually do pickle. That's not a hobby for somebody who's like an adult, like barely an adult. Like, I don't think a 21-year-old is supposed to be pickling, but I do. That's also scary sounding. Again, okay. You guys remember when Wayfair was putting kids in fridges? Did we just forget about that? Oh, I don't have it. I lost it. I don't remember anything. I've been an adult for like 3 days. I barely remember my keys in my phone. Like, I haven't gotten COVID. I'm actually giving you guys, whoever like uses this condom without like this mic without the condom, I'm giving you guys a vaccine for free. So this is a fountain of youth. You guys remember when kids were like being put in fridges by Wayfair? We'll just go back to that one. Like, what happened to that? Nothing. It was just Wexner buying kids off of What happened to that? 2020 was a wild year. It was a wild time. I was recently tailed at a grocery store. For 10 minutes of my life, some lady followed me around hoping that I was a petty thief. Now, I was insulted by this because I don't respect petty thieves. I like bank robbers. What? I don't even know what conversation they're having, but I lost track of my joke. Where's the... Dude, you're setting me off because I haven't done this joke in like two weeks. Is this like an interaction? Are you guys just allowed... Is the panel allowed to ask questions? Because I thought I was like gonna tell you guys try to make you guys laugh. There isn't anything going on. I don't know. It's totally cool. I like SoundCloud ads because they really targeted their audience. Every SoundCloud ad goes, "Hey, you 22-year-old piece of shit, enroll into online hospital janitor school today." McDonald's 2 for $5s are back. That's a solid one. I don't know what's going on with you guys. Did you guys get sad when the curfew was set back? Is that what's going on? You guys were like, ooh, we're allowed to stay out, but you're all 20. How old are you guys? 30. Average age is 30 here. I don't know. Everyone's old to me. I condescend to people my age.